Hey everyone, this is Fernando doing a short video for Modern Survivalists. One of the questions I get asked pretty often is which product, which piece of gear or tool is the most important one, the one you should be stocking up on for preparing for an economic collapse or a disaster of different nature. And generally that question is strongly linked towards barter. People thinking of, well, I'm going to be stocking up on this so as to be ready for the collapse. After it comes, I'm going to be selling this I stocked up on. I'm going to be making a killing, making a lot of money because of my savvy planning for bartering later on. In general, that's the kind of question that I really get down to earth with, and I tell, dude, it's really not that way. You're thinking of something that you maybe read somewhere or saw in a movie, thinking of the barter town a la Mad Max, and it does not work like that. Keep in mind, I have gone through that myself. I've seen the economy in my country collapse completely and people actually bartering for a living. I've gone to these places where people bartered for a living. They would barter their products, their services, anything you could think of at that time was being bartered for whatever it is they could get. Basically, it was because there was no money to get around with, and I don't know, I'm trying to find a way of explaining. Believe me, you go through these places and you see the desperation in people's faces. They want to make a living any way they can. They're bartering basically because they don't have anything else. If they could have $1,000 in the bank instead of doing that, or $1,000 in cash, they would prefer the money instead of any crazy barter product you could think of. Having said that, and being absolutely certain about this, there are certain things that if you want to stock up on, at the very least have a certain criteria. First of all, it has to be something that you're going to be using yourself. All right. If you're going to be using it yourself, then, in the back of your head, if you're thinking of barter town, then I'm fine with that, as long as it's something that it is useful for you right now, and especially even more so after a collapse or a disaster of any kind. So if, for example, we're thinking of 6 months or 12 months worth of food, I'm going to be saying, yeah, dude, go along with that because it does make a lot of sense to me. I understand that no matter what happens, you're going to be eating. And if you ever lose your job, you're going to be eating. And if everything goes to hell around you, you're still going to be eating. And having that food is going to be giving you huge leverage. And if you ever want to barter a can of food, it is going to be of use for whoever wants it as well in that more extreme, rare case. All right. So if you are going to be using it yourself, and it is critical during an emergency as well, that pretty much makes it a go in my book. I think that you could stock up on that with no problem. For example, if you are someone that you shoot a lot, and you're going to be shooting this year and the next one, and it's going to be going on that way no matter what, and indeed if something ever happens you may need that ammunition for defense as well, then yeah, go for it. Buy 1,000 rounds today that you're going to be buying later on, and maybe buying it for cheaper right now or buying it in bulk. Makes sense. This goes along those lines, and even more so. I think that it's a pretty neat product that you should keep an eye on. Bleach tablets. Each of these tablets, one tablet makes 1 liter of bleach. I've stocked up on bleach before in the past. In liquid form, it is pretty bulky. It's kind of messy because it ruins everything that it gets into contact with, and it's kind of a drag to store that properly. In tablet form, it's like a little miracle. The idea of having little tablets that allow you to make bleach. Some of you guys may think I'm completely nuts, but these are the things that just surprise me, and I don't know, maybe it's because I've never seen these before. From where I'm coming, it was kind of hard to come by. I know there was some industrial granulated, well, for pool shock there was that, but there wasn't something as specific as in this form of 1 liter of bleach per tablet. This seems to be pretty handy, and it's much better than the small little bottles that have little tablets for making maybe a quart of water, for purifying water. Those get very expensive. You buy one of these things maybe for a couple of bucks or so, and you have tons, you have 36 liters of bleach right here in this blister. This is fantastic. Why is it that it's so important, and why is it that I think it makes so much sense? Because in the different cases in which I could think of, anything that covers the rules of three. The rules of three, remember with me, it's 3 hours, 3 minutes without air. You cannot survive 3 minutes without air. 3 hours of exposure. You cannot survive 3 days without water, or 3 weeks without food. Anything that covers or does help a lot in those cases, covering parts of those rules, it's going to be of primal, of huge priority in case of a disaster. All right, so that's why we talk about the importance of having actual water stocked up, just in case there's problems with the network and there's no tap water available. That's why we talk about having food stored, as I was saying before. That's why we talk about the importance of purifying water, making water safe to drink, having a water filter as well. This falls into that category. If we look at various disasters of different nature, especially man-made disasters, one of the things that kills the most people is the lack of clean, safe water to drink. So having bleach so as to make water safe to drink and avoid diarrhea, which it is in most cases, in most disasters, it's the thing that kills the most people. That, and along with lack of proper hygiene conditions, because everything is a mess, everything is dirty, disease spread a lot. So a liter of bleach so as to clean up the things you're using, the clothes you have, the tools you use for preparing food, your dishes and such, it is going to be very important. So as to clean up your house, keeping things clean is of enormous importance. All right, so it has uses in that sort of thing. Let's take a look in the back. It has some more explanation going on. What is it that you could use this for? Sterilization with bleach, yes. Laundry products, of course, it had been used before. Work surface to clean up work surfaces, used to clean up cloth to wipe kitchen, nursery, work surfaces. So imagine someone is wounded, hurt, and you have to clean that surface after helping someone up, cleaning up blood. You could use this. Avoid spreading diseases. Crockery, dissolve 1 tablet in 4.5 liters of hot water. Crockery includes cups, teapots, toilets. Add 1 tablet to a cistern bowl. Look at this one. Plug holes and drains. Dissolve 2 tablets in 5 liters of water. Pour the solution down plug hole or drain and leave for 8 hours. So this is something that you could basically use on so many cases, even in normal basis. Maybe a clogged drain. You could use this stuff as well. So this is one of those things that if you tell me, I came across a great deal in a dollar store, I bought 10, 20 of these. Yes, I think it's money that you're not throwing away. You're basically buying something that is of enormous importance in the worst case scenario, and even in normal times it's of use as well. So, and it's cheap enough as well to buy. It's cheap enough to stock up on several of these. So all those things make it definitely a go. I'm not promoting this brand in particular. This is something that I just found. Just the concept, the idea of the tablets, the bleach tablets. Folks, that's basically it. Remember to subscribe. There's more stuff coming up. It's actually, I'm going to be doing a few giveaways soon enough. So, and you want to be subscribed for those too. So keep that in mind. Guys, take care. Have a great day. See you on our next video.